What's up, guys? It's Chris with Holly Ridge Homestead, and today is time to get the cameras out because I'm so far behind on setting up for deer season. It's already into the second week of October. I used to be a big bow hunter, ended up hurting my shoulder, went to a crossbow, and now I don't really have time. I've got so much going on. So I get to hunt mostly just during the rut and after work. When I come home, I'll just hunt back on my property. As you can see, I've got to get all my cameras ready, and I've got enough batteries probably to put out at least 3 cameras today. I need to get all my cards, my SD cards reformatted, set the timers, set times on the cameras, and then we're going to go out here in a little bit and set them up. All right, I'm out here looking at the corner of my property where I usually have a lot of traffic for deer movement. Right here is the east property line. My neighbor just bought 600 acres that goes it's a narrow strip, but it goes a couple of miles that way, and mosquitoes. So I'm checking a couple of trees out here. I've got a couple of white oaks, red oaks that they usually come to when the tree starts dropping, and they haven't started dropping, but the deer like to travel through here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up on this here, this area right here where they travel through. And they seem to always come to this one particular tree and do some scraping. So maybe we'll maybe we'll catch a few walking through here when they're ready, but they like to scrape underneath this little holly right here. And as right now, there's not much traffic coming through here, so I'm just going to put it up on a visible area and see if we can catch some pictures. Actually, I've got everything set for, I've got all my cameras set right now for picture mode, but I'm going to change it over to video. I want to get some video and see, just to see how it turns out. All right, we're coming to the south part of my property. And we're going to set up another camera where they seem to cross quite a bit. There's a lot of white oaks in this area, a lot of red oaks in this area. So I'm just kind of putting it in the area to see what we capture. I've not seen a big buck out here in a long time. I'm not seeing a lot of acorns on the ground. I'm not seeing a lot of acorns on the ground that are being eaten. So it just may be that I haven't found the tree yet. Anyways, I'm real close to the edge of the property line. I gotta watch where I'm walking. A lot of rattlesnakes, copperheads, and cottonmouths, and everything just wants to bite you. But I'm gonna look at this tree. This tree right here usually seems to drop pretty quick. They seem to feed in this area sooner than later. It's just a good trail right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it facing north again. Well, something's dropping an acorn. I just heard one. I'm gonna set it north again, and then just see what happens. All right, so I've got the camera set up facing north. pretty close to north. And what that does, it just helps keeps the sun from shining on this area. Now this is a pretty heavy covered area, and we still have a lot of leaves on the ground. I'm sorry, in the trees. So light getting in the glare ain't gonna be too big of an issue. I just kind of trimmed up some of the limbs. I've got a few more I see on the ground here that may set off the sensor to start recording because of a movement, but I'm gonna take care of those. And so we've got six white oaks right here within, I'm gonna say, a 50-yard shot of each other. And then we have 1, 2, it looks like about 4 big red oaks. So this has got a lot of mature trees right here, and it's a pretty heavy traveled area. I always put my cameras out right here. I'll see everything from hogs to coyotes to deer. But anyways, it's just a good spot. And this is on my south boundary line where the creek is. And so anyways, we're gonna get this one turned on. I switched this one to a video also, 20-second video clips with 20-second intervals. And then we're gonna go on to the next one. I've got 2 more cameras that we may put out. All right, I've moved over to the west side of my property. This area here, it's closer to a lower area where it has a ton of hardwood, very large white oaks, red oaks, everything. I can't even get my tractor back here yet because of all the trees that are still down. But I wanted to walk around through here and see if I could find some. Still looking for the trees that are dropping or the deer are coming to feed, because that's where I want to capture some of the footage, and hopefully we'll be able to see some good deer. I just love this tract of land. That's what got my attention the first time I seen it off the road, and it just has it's such an older tract. It has a lot of hardwood in it, and it was divided amongst the family that I bought it from, and they weren't doing anything with it. They're older in their age, and I was just able to buy little chunks out of it at a time and to put it back together. Now their family homesteaded it years ago, so there's some really good trails coming through here. All right, I decided to, this area right here, I've got it on this tree. It's an elm tree, but this huge white oak right here is dropping a ton of acorns. It's got a lot of acorns on the ground, a lot of movement in the leaves, cracked acorns. So this area here is right beside the creek. There are a lot more hardwood, I'm sorry, there's a lot more white oak, just, 20 yards over here. But what they're doing, they're coming through here and they're checking all these trees. So this is on my 4-wheeler trail going facing north, and I'm just going to set it right here for now. See how it does. I've got some limbs I need to trim. So I got to get this trimmed because it'll keep setting the sensor off and then just run the battery completely dead. But if you notice, I always set the camera on my chest right here, on these Bushnells, it always seems to work best in this area of my body. Some people set it up higher and tilt it down. Well, this is just how I've always done it, and I usually get pictures out of it like I really want to. But now I'm setting everything up on video, and so I broke my tripod. I've got to get a new tripod. But anyways, I always put a stick back here to really help secure this, and I'm gonna set this on, and we're gonna go and get all right, that one's set, hopefully. And I forgot to do something. All right, now it's ready. I think I'll get some video here. There's acorns all over this right here. There's deer poo and all that other mess. So it's a good little spot. I've got a ladder stand right over here, about 100 yards. So we'll see how that one turns out. All right, got I carry all my cameras in here. I got one more camera to set out. Probably gonna set it out on the road that I come in and out of. Deer seem to walk up and down it all the time, and yeah, we're looking pretty good. All right, and just like that, I changed my mind. I completely forgot about this ladder stand my neighbor left here. The people I bought the property from this year left it here, and I offered for them to continue to hunt just bow, but we're in my southeast corner of the property, not far from where the house will actually be. So I'm gonna set the camera up here, because this would be a good spot to come back here. Tons of hardwood again, and large creeks completely around it. So imagine this line this way. The land completely south of the property is a deer lease. Land to the east is been bought. It's like 600 plus acres, and it's just a timber. It's a private owner, and they're just using it for timber investment, which he told me there would not be anybody hunting. And that's where you see me put up the first deer camera. I've got a box stand over here on the gas line, but I've got more cameras to put out later. So since I'm back here already, I'm gonna go ahead and set this one up, just watching this area. A lot of young deer come in here quite a bit. There's a lot of crossings in this area. And I got a ladder stand right here already. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up a camera probably right here, videoing, and it's a lot of shade here, so I might be able to point it a little differently, and we're gonna go from there. All right, got the last camera set up, and we'll see how it turns out. There's actually some acorns dropping right here, so we'll see. All right guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Y'all hit that subscribe button, and like the video, and follow me on Instagram at Holly Ridge Homestead, and we'll do some updates here on the videos that we get and see how they turn out. We'll see you soon. Thank you.